February is coming to an end, which means that March is right around the corner, which means there is a brand new slate of stuff hitting streaming services. And I am your host, Lucas, here at Houston Productions to talk about my top 5 recommendations of things that are going to be hitting HBO Max in the month of March of 2023. So let's jump right in and see what's coming, shall we? And my first recommendation isn't actually something that is debuting in March. It's continuing over from February, which I know is kind of cheating, but this show is worth it. And I'm talking about The Last of Us season finale. If you have not been watching The Last of Us, guys, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but this show is absolutely incredible. Down from the story, the acting, the set dressing and designs, minus the fact that, we did see a little bit of the film crew left in one of the shots in this last week's episode, to the way that everything has been paced and flowed. This entire series is what series should look like. This is compelling storytelling at its finest. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey have been absolutely killing it, with guest appearances from people such as Nick Offerman. This show has it all. Now, it is a infection, apocalyptic, zombie kind of a show, but those are not the key points. And in fact, there have actually been a couple episodes where the infected just do not exist in the world right now. You just don't see them. You don't really hear about them. You hear conversations about them, but you don't actually see them, which I think is very interesting, and it shows that the level of storytelling and what this show is bringing is well worth it. It is consistently hitting as probably the best Sunday night show on right now, and it is well worth the watch. Now is a great time to go ahead and catch up before that season finale that is going to be happening in March. And that's going to bring me to my second recommendation. Well, first, second, however you want to view the order on this one. I understand it's going to be a little wonky. But dropping on March 2nd is Marlon Wayans' new stand-up comedy special. Now, I don't know about you, but I love stand-up comedy. It's something that my wife has recently started to kind of get into as well. But I've loved all sorts of comedians, anybody from the Blue Collar Comedy Tour days to Joe Rogan, Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, Theo Vaughn. I love a wide variety of comics, and I've always enjoyed being able to see Marlon Wayans stand up. Now, it's been a little while since he's had a special come out, and I don't know if he's had one on HBO before. He probably has at some point, but I'm excited to check this one out. If you're a fan of stand-up, if you're a fan of his acting, his humor, his sensibilities, then definitely tune in to check out Marlon Wayans' new stand-up special, dropping only to HBO Max on March 2nd. And that's going to bring me into my next recommendation, and that is going to be dropping on March 6th, and that is the Season 2 premiere of Perry Mason. If you haven't watched the first season of Perry Mason, it's something that kind of did fly under a lot of people's radars. It is a slow burn detective show centered around a 1930s detective in LA who decides he's going to take on the case of a lifetime. Now, this is very much a courtroom drama. It involves a lot of talking heads, monologues, just a lot of conversation. If that's not something you're interested in, you might want to give this one a skip. But like I said, it is a period piece. It does follow detectives, so if you enjoy that detective kind of story, the old kind of noir kind of feeling type things, then this one might be up your alley. So make sure you check out Perry Mason Season 2 that is going to be dropping on March 6th, or now would be a great time to go ahead and recap that first season if you haven't done so already. And continuously moving down my recommendations of things hitting HBO Max in the month of March of 2023, also coming out on March 6th is a new series called Rain Dogs. Now, an unconventional love story between a mom, her young daughter, and a gay man. Well, yeah, it doesn't sound like this could be that compelling. How do these people meet? What's going on? But this looks pretty interesting. What are you willing to do for your family? What are you willing to do for love? What are you willing to do to keep prospering and making sure that your children and your family itself is able to continuously thrive, keep growing instead of just staying stagnant and still? It seems like it could be an interesting story. I don't know how far up on my watch list this one is going to be, but as an HBO Max original, it's definitely going to be something that is going to be worth the watch at some point. HBO is very good at making sure that they select pretty good stories to tell, and they are not afraid to invest in them. So check out Rain Dogs Season 1, dropping on March 6th. And that's going to bring me to my fifth and final my final recommendation of things hitting HBO Max in the month of March of 2023. It's the big one. It's what most people have been waiting for. I know this is a lot of people's only reason for having HBO Max as a subscription and a streamer. And yes, we are talking about Succession Season 4. This is a great show from beginning to end. Cinematography, acting, storytelling, pacing. This is what a lot of people strive for whenever they're wanting to get into Hollywood or they want something great to watch. If you have not seen the first 3 seasons of Succession, they're all on there ready to stream. Just binge your way through them. I'm currently making my way through them again. It is just that good. I want to be fully ready and prepared for all the things that are coming in season 4. If you are a fan of Succession, this is going to be a great season. The early reviews are looking kind of good. So definitely check this one out if you are a fan of these kind of legal dramas, these, dysfunctional family type stories, the rises and falls of power. This looks like it could be a good one, and I'm definitely excited to check out season 4 of Succession when it drops on March 26th. And there we have it, guys, my top recommendations of things that are coming to or continuing on through the month of March on HBO Max. I'm excited for this new slate of stuff. HBO always has a good selection of things to watch, whether it be their original content, things that they continuously just add, to their library. HBO is not afraid to invest into compelling stories. And I think that, if you're only going to have a couple streaming services, I know that they add up after a while. HBO Max should always be one of the few that you continuously have. And with that being said, guys, I need you to do a couple of things for me before we get out of here. I need you to hit that subscribe little bell notification thingy over here. Subscribe, then hit that bell notification, and then go ahead and watch another video somewhere over here. If you haven't seen any of their contents, it'll keep you up to date once you hit that bell notification. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up as well, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Here at Houston Productions, I'm your host, Lucas. Happy watching.